And 3 GM world-class technicians on premise daily at the Matthews GM Center. We will easily handle all your GM warranty and service needs. Plus, with over 400 new GM trucks available and our in-stock inventory of GM certified used Chevys, Cadillacs, Buicks, and GMC trucks, combined with our Matthews no-hassle, transparent, one-price policy, we promise you that your next vehicle purchase will be a pleasant experience. That's all at the Matthews GM Center, conveniently located on Old Vestal Road next to Truck Mountain Waterfalls. Remember, Matthews means more every day, every way.
Visit Broad Street Barbershop in Waverly, where tradition blends seamlessly with modern styling. Their expert barbers are ready to deliver top-notch cuts and shaves. Whether it's a quick trim or a new look you're after, the professionals at Broad Street Barbershop welcome you without an appointment. Experience precision in every cut. At Broad Street Barbershop, they're all about you, your style, and image. Open Monday through Saturday and late till 7 on Tuesday and Thursday. Stop in today. Broad Street Barbershop, Waverly.
Shopping with your parents can be embarrassing.
Why would they sell jeans with holes in them? I'm going to speak to the manager.
Mom!
That hoodie is giving. You should get it. YOLO.
Thanks to the Chase mobile app, your kid can shop independently while you keep an eye on their spending. So you can go from...
We can be twinsies.
...to...
How was shopping? Saw you stayed on budget.
Thanks, Mom.
Freedom for kids, control for parents. That's family banking from Chase.
Account subject to approval. Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A. member FDIC.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
A little help. A little help over here.
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help is received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
102.1 Choice FM.
Sometimes I feel like my only friend is the city I live in, the city of angels. Lonely as I am, together we're
This is the award-winning Scholarship Challenge on WATS Sayre, WAVR FM Waverly, WEBO Owego, WTTC FM Towanda, WTXW Towanda, WOKN FM Southport, WLVY Elmira Heights, Horseheads, and WELM Elmira. A presentation of the locally owned and operated Radigan Media Group.
Welcome to the 45th Annual FCCB Scholarship Challenge Finals, presented by Williams Toyota of Sayre and Gannon Associates Insurance. Congratulations to the students here today on winning their seat in this finals competition and earning the right to represent your school and community on today's live broadcast here from the Sayre Theatre. My name is Dave Radigan from Radigan Media. Our contestants today include 5-time winners Notre Dame, 6-time winners Towanda, defending champions Northeast Bradford, and Sayre, who has not yet won a final championship here at Scholarship Challenge. And this also happens to be the home district for Scholarship Challenge today here in Sayre. These young adults up on stage and in our audience have worked very hard all school year long to earn a seat here at finals today, and we're incredibly proud of each and every one of them here at Scholarship Challenge. Only one of this morning's 4 teams will win the beautiful Kwasnowski Cup and the first place prize of $2,000 for their school. Since 1981, Scholarship Challenge has awarded $251,275, over $250,000 in prize money from our patrons, sponsors, and radio stations. We'll add $5,000 to that total this year. Top 8 teams earn cash prizes. We had 16 teams compete this year. For 5th through 8th place, those teams each won $250. Our 3rd and 4th place teams, which will be determined today, will win $500 each for their district. 2nd place team will win $1,000, and again, that first place prize is $2,000 and the Kwasnowski Cup. 90 questions are coming your way today on the multiple award-winning Scholarship Challenge program, Radigan Media's signature community service event. Today's broadcast heard on 17 radio signals throughout the Twin Tiers, starting with our flagship station, the creator of Scholarship Challenge Choice 102.1 WAVR-FM right here in Waverly, as well as Liberty 960 WATS in Sayre. We also have WEBO in Owego, AM 1330, 98.5 in Owego, 101.3 in Candor, 105.1 in Waverly, and 107.9 in Owego and Binghamton. In Towanda, you can hear this broadcast at 95.3 on the bridge, also 1550 AM. And as you travel out to Elmira and Corning, you can hear this on 94 Rock, which is 93.9 FM, 96.7 FM, 106.5, 107.7, 1410 AM, 1600 AM, and 99.5 WOKN. In Corning and Elmira. Did we get them all? Did you guys check me? Did you check them off as I went? 17 signals to showcase the talents of these wonderful students here today at Scholarship Challenge. It's our pleasure to be back behind the Scholarship Challenge podium to present questions to some of the best and brightest high schoolers from 5 counties on both sides of the border in this annual battle for the beautiful Kwasnowski Cup. Let's meet our first 2 teams on the longest-running radio show in New York and Pennsylvania, the broadcast that celebrates the power of thought and the magic of the mind. First up on stage today, it's Notre Dame and Towanda. We'll begin, as we do as always, to my right with the Notre Dame Crusaders, beginning with team captain Anna Utterback. Good morning, Anna.
Good morning. I'm a junior at Notre Dame High School, and I'm a member of Quiz Team, Kemble, Climate Crusaders, and the Credo.
Excellent. Thank you, Anna. Appreciate you being here. Trevor Agan.
Hi, my name is Trevor Radigan. I go to Notre Dame High School. I'm part of Quiz League. I do spring track, and I also do cross country.
Very good. Thank you, Trevor. And next to Trevor is Sarah Looney.
Hi, good morning. My name is Sarah Looney. I am a senior at Notre Dame High School. I am the co-president of National Chinese Honor Society, as well as a member of some clubs such as National Honor Society, the Southern Tier Snowcats, and the Notre Dame Spotlighters Drama Department. This spring we will be doing the musical Grease on April 4th and 5th. It's going to be a great show. I hope to see you guys there. This is my first time doing Scholarship Challenge, and I'm super excited to be here. Thank you.
Great to have you here, Sarah. Thank you for joining us today. The Notre Dame Crusaders team also includes 3 alternates who are not able to be here today. They include Anzi Liu, Kylie Agan, and Meredith Rogers, also part of the Notre Dame Crusaders team. The advisor for Notre Dame is Tom Milliken. The acting head of school is Bernadette McClelland, and the president emerita at Notre Dame is Sister Mary Walter Hickey. Notre Dame Crusaders school colors are blue and gold, and they've previously won Scholarship Challenge championships in 2011, 15, 17, and also 2020. And that was the year that we had a 4-way COVID tie with Athens, Wyalusing, and Spencer Van Etten, along with Notre Dame in 2020. To my left, the Towanda Black Knights. And we start with team captain Kirsten Atwood.
Hello, my name is Kirsten. I am a senior at Towanda Area High School. I am part of our school's jazz, marching, and concert band ensembles, as well as National Honor Society. And I plan to go to Wilkes University to study biochem.
Excellent. Thank you, Kirsten. Next to Kirsten is Tristan Osowski.
Hello, I'm Tristan, and I'm a sophomore at Towanda. I'm on the honor roll, and I'm part of the Knights of Knowledge Club.
Very good. Thank you, Tristan. Next to Tristan is Braden Madison.
Hello, my name is Braden Madison. I'm a freshman. I do swim, track, and I'm also in student council and Knights of Knowledge Club.
Very good. Thank you, Braden. And to our far stage left is Levi Snyder.
Hello, my name is Levi Snyder. I'm a freshman at Towanda,
and I do track and cross country, and my favorite food is mac and cheese.
How could we forget?
Yeah.
Team alternates for the Towanda Black Knights include Dawn Petty, Caleb McNamara, and Hudson Wheaton. The advisor for the Towanda Black Knights is Peter Henty. School principal is Nathaniel Ross, and the superintendent at Towanda is Eric Cummings. Towanda has previously won Scholarship Challenge championships in 1984, 88, 91, 2022, and 2023. Welcome the returning Black Knights along with the Notre Dame Crusaders. A round of applause, please, for these two teams. Also want to take note of our judges who are with us here today and been with us throughout the entire Scholarship Challenge season. A big thank you to Susan Surfass, as well as Barb Carl, Dave Post, and Melissa Post. Dave and Melissa joining us for the first time as Scholarship Challenge judges. Our big thanks to them for having my back here at the front row of Scholarship Challenge. All right, we have many presentations to make today as part of our broadcast. It makes me very happy to see such a wonderful crowd here today. Easily just as big a crowd today for finals as we had last week for Middle School Challenge, which is notoriously the most well-attended challenge event that we do because there are so many teams. We had 9 teams here last week for Middle School Challenge. Really wonderful results with those teams. We had Waverly, Wyalusing, Grace Christian, Athens, Spencer Van Etten, Sayre, Tioga, Wellsboro, and Northeast. At the end of the day, Wellsboro took home the championship for Middle School Challenge last Saturday here at the Sayre Theatre. Today is our final broadcast of Scholarship Challenge for this year, the 45th year. So thank you for being here and welcome to it. Whether you're listening on any of our 17 stations, joining us here in the theater, or checking out our live video feed that's available on the Scholarship Challenge Facebook page or on the Scholarship Challenge YouTube channel. You can view us there on your smart TVs as well. Just do a search for Scholarship Challenge 45. You should see the live stream happening right now. And today's broadcast will be available ever afterwards on those 2 locations if you'd like to go back and review it. Okay. Again, my name is Dave. I'm the host of Scholarship Challenge for today. With introductions done, it is time to move on to our first set of questions. Notre Dame, are you ready? Towanda, are you ready? All right, here we go. 30 questions in this match. We'll divide them into rounds of 10. Here's round 1, question 1 of the day. In this year, Italy signed the Pact of Steel, during which the phony war began. Poland was partitioned between the USSR and Germany in this year. Tristan Osowski, Towanda?
1939.
1939 is correct. Question number 2. Which Neil Diamond song has been played before the Boston Red Sox come up to bat in the 8th inning at every home game at Fenway Park since 2002? That's a little disappointing. Sweet Caroline. You're lucky we didn't sing it here as a group. Question number 3. The 2 halves of this city are connected by the Harbor Bridge, and this city is also home to the Sky Tower. Located in North Island, what is this most populous city in New Zealand? Sarah Looney, Notre Dame.
Sydney.
That is incorrect. We'll repeat the question for Towanda. The 2 halves of this city are connected by the Harbor Bridge, and this city is also home to the Sky Tower. Located in North Island, what is this most populous city in New Zealand? Auckland. Question number 4. In both elastic and inelastic collisions, this quantity is conserved. Name this physical property found by multiplying an object's mass and velocity. Anna Utterback, Notre Dame.
Momentum.
Momentum is correct. Question number 5. This quantity's graph slopes downward as it typically decreases with an increase in price. Name this economic quantity contrasted with supply. Braden Madison, Towanda.
Demand.
Demand is correct. Towanda's in the lead, five questions in, 20-0 over Notre Dame. Question number 6. The most basic low-pass filter consists of a resistor and one of these devices. These devices can be more effective when a dielectric is inserted. Name this electric circuit component that stores charge. Braden Madison, Towanda.
Capacitor.
Capacitor is correct. Get that man a soldering iron. Question 7. What is the volume of a pyramid whose base is a rectangle with side lengths of 3 and 5 and whose height is 12? Time is up. Nobody rang in. The answer we're looking for, 60 cubic units. Question number 8 between Notre Dame and Towanda on Scholarship Challenge. Whaling has historically been a prominent industry on this state's islands of Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket. What state containing Cape Cod has its capital at Boston? Braden Madison, Towanda.
Massachusetts.
Is correct. Question number 9. This dam, built by 6 Companies, Inc., suffered from multiple attempted strikes while under construction by the Wobblies and was designed by Gordon Kaufman. What dam, built during the Great Depression? Trevor Agan, Notre Dame.
Hoover Dam.
Hoover Dam is correct. Question 10. What king of Jerusalem was visited by the Queen of Sheba and Trevor Agan, Notre Dame.
King Solomon.
Solomon is correct. Catching up there in the last 5 questions. Towanda now is in the lead, still 40-20 over Notre Dame. Good job there by both teams getting us off to a good start here. We're 10 questions into Scholarship Challenge live at the Sayre Theatre. We'll be back with 10 more questions between Notre Dame and Towanda here at Scholarship Challenge.
One of the area's most respected law firms is also a longtime supporter of Scholarship Challenge. Attorneys R. Joseph Landy and Damian M. Rossetti wish all of today's participants a rewarding, positive experience. Founded more than 60 years ago by Robert J. Landy, the Landy and Rossetti Law Firm specializes in criminal defense, wrongful death, personal injury, estate planning, gas and mineral rights, civil and commercial litigation, real estate, commercial transactions, and family law. Landy and Rossetti on Desmond Street in downtown Sayre.
Banks aren't always known for personalized service, but at C&N, we are. That's because from our very first location, we've thought of those who bank with us as more than just clients. They're our neighbors, locals like us looking for expert advice and sound financial solutions to help them succeed. And we're here to provide just that in all of our locations, personalized just for you. It's a better way to bank for you and us, and you'll find it at cnbankpa.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
One of the most respected and appreciated businesses in the Valley community is Jeff Paul Plumbing, Heating, and Electric.
Serving residential and commercial customers for over 40 years. They started small and have continued to expand to meet the needs of the Twin Tiers.
Offering high-quality service with a personal touch. There's one goal at Jeff Paul: your complete satisfaction.
For plumbing, heating, and electrical, call Jeff Paul.
Scholarship Challenge.
Live from the Sayre Theatre in Sayre, Pennsylvania, Radigan Media proudly presents our signature community service event, the FCCB Scholarship Challenge, presented by Gannon Associates Insurance and Williams Toyota of Sayre. Here's your host, Dave Radigan.
Welcome back to the Sayre Theatre Scholarship Challenge, year number 45. It's an honor to be here today, hosting with you and having this program running for so long and having such a wonderful presence in these communities. We appreciate the love and support of Scholarship Challenge. It is one of our most favorite things we do at Radigan Media all year long. And of course, we can't do it without these students, their advisors, the school districts, their support, and the school boards as well, many of whom are in attendance here today representing their students and their teams, their districts. Nice to have you all here today. We appreciate your support of Scholarship Challenge. We are 10 questions in to the day. Notre Dame and Towanda are up on stage. So far, Towanda's in the lead, 40-20. That's a 2-question lead. Before we get into our next batch of questions, we're going to check in with team captain from the Notre Dame Crusaders, Anna Utterback, who's going to tell us a little bit about the Notre Dame School District.
Notre Dame High School is a Catholic college prep school, grades 7 through 12, sponsored by the Sisters of Mercy. It is located in the rolling hills of the southern tier of New York, surrounded by the natural beauty of rivers, waterfalls, and gorges. Our school offers basic foundation courses that build options for multiple AP and ACE classes, as well as electives that permit our students to explore the arts, sciences, humanities, and social justices. After school, 87% of our students participate in 3 seasons of athletics, with many teams having been sectional or state champions. Besides athletics, our students participate in FIRST robotics, drama, that includes a musical and a play, Science Olympiad, our yearbook, The Credo, our digital school newspaper, The Maryleaf, and other activities driven by student interest. Most noticeably, our personal favorite, Quiz League Scholarship Challenge. We thank Dave Radigan, Sherry Iyer, and the entire Radigan Media group and staff, and all the Scholarship Challenge sponsors for making this contest possible and inviting us to participate.
Thank you, Anna. Appreciate that very much. And thank you to Notre Dame High School for being here today. A round of applause for our Crusaders. Okay, 10 questions in. As I said, 40-20. Towanda's currently in the lead by 2 questions. These are 10-point questions each. At Scholarship Challenge, you get 10 points in the first 2 rounds for any correct question. In the third round, it goes to 20-point questions. And at all times in any of the 3 rounds, it's -10 for any incorrect answer. All right, Towanda Black Knights, Notre Dame Crusaders. Let's continue. Question number 11 of the day. The magnitude of this policy is the x-axis on the Laffer curve, which implies that increasing this policy's rate past a certain point will reduce government revenue. What policy is a compulsory financial charge to fund the government? It's a tax. Question 12, a substitution of glutamic acid for valine in the genetic code for this molecule can cause periodic pain crisis. What protein, which is affected by sickle cell anemia, carries oxygen and is found in Braden Madison, Towanda?
Hemoglobin?
Hemoglobin is correct. Question 13. A holder of this office, James Callaghan, was ousted in 1979 during the Winter of Discontent in favor of the Iron Lady, Margaret Thatcher. 10 Downing Street is the residence of what office, the head of government of the United Kingdom? Trevor Agan, Notre Dame.
Prime Minister.
Prime Minister is correct. Question 14. This device is used by the oboe to help it make noise. A single version of what device is also used by the clarinet? Kirsten Atwood, Towanda?
Reed.
Reed is correct. Question 15. An argument for the existence of this concept states that since everything has a cause, there must be a first cause to avoid an infinite regress. The cosmological argument supports the existence of what concept central to monotheistic religions? Levi Snyder, Towanda?
God.
God is the answer.
Heck yeah.
Score is 70-30. Towanda's in the lead over Notre Dame. Question 16. Because it causes difficulty swallowing, this disease was once called hydrophobia. People with this disease foam at the mouth. Levi Snyder, Towanda?
Rabies.
Rabies is correct.
Heck yeah. Heck.
80-30 now. Question 17. A white pine in this art form survived the atomic bombing of Hiroshima. Name this Japanese art form of planting and taking care of miniature trees. Tristan Osowski, Towanda.
Bonsai.
Bonsai is correct. Question 18. Susie is 3 years older than her brother John. How old is Susie if the sum of their ages is 37? $20, the answer we're looking for there. Question 19, between Notre Dame and Towanda. What pieces of hardware use MAC addresses to direct network traffic to proper locations, are contrasted with hubs, and connect multiple pieces of computer equipment using Ethernet? Tristan Osowski, Towanda.
Router.
Incorrect. We'll repeat the question for Notre Dame. What pieces of hardware use MAC addresses to direct network traffic to proper locations, are contrasted with hubs, and connect multiple pieces of computer equipment using Ethernet? Ethernet switches. Looking for the switch. Question 20, between Notre Dame and Towanda. One character from this novel, a half-brother of the protagonist who throws a ring into a river, goes by the name Mr. Monks. Nancy and Bill Sykes are a part of Fagin's gang in what novel about a Victorian orphan by Charles Dickens? Trevor Agan, Notre Dame.
Oliver Twist.
Oliver Twist is correct. 20 questions down now, and Towanda remains in the lead over Notre Dame, 80-40. When we come back, it is questions 21 through 30. That's round 3. There'll be 20-point questions apiece here on Scholarship Challenge, live from the Sayre Theatre.
Kick off 2025 the right way with IRFCU. We're here to help you crush your financial goals. Discover powerful tools like our Credit Compass app, where you can check your credit score, review your history, set goals, and build custom credit plans tailored just for you. Need extra guidance? Our financial counselors are ready to meet with you in person to tackle budgeting, debt management, and more. Visit us today at IngersollRandFCU.com or stop by our branches in Sayre or Wysox. Federally insured by NCUA.
Life is full of surprises. When the unexpected happens, will you be ready? At Gannon Associates Insurance, we are here to help protect you through it all. Whether it's your home, car, business, or loved ones, we have the coverage you need to feel secure. With Gannon Associates Insurance, you're never alone. Our team of experts are here to help. Call us today at 844-GANNONS or visit GannonAssociates.com. Together, we're dedicated to protecting what's important to you, securing what matters most together.
Proud to bring live theater and the arts to our community.
Bradford County Regional Arts Council, BCRAC, is a nonprofit organization dedicated to building and supporting our regional arts community
while renovating and preserving Bradford County's historic Keystone and Sayre theaters.
BCRAC supports live arts programs, first-run movies and film festivals, children's theater, and community events, to name a few.
Stay connected to the arts and sign up for their weekly newsletter.
Go to bcrac.org. That's bcrac.org.
Scholarship Challenge.
Live from the Sayre Theatre in Sayre, Pennsylvania, Radigan Media proudly presents our signature community service event, the FCCB Scholarship Challenge, presented by Gannon Associates Insurance and Williams Toyota of Sayre. Here's your host, Dave Radigan.
Thanks for joining us today here at Scholarship Challenge, live from the Sayre Theatre. It's year number 45 for Scholarship Challenge. We are pleased to welcome on stage with us Notre Dame and Towanda, the first match of the day here today. Also coming up, Sayre and Northeast Bradford. The winner of this match between Notre Dame and Towanda will play the winner of the Sayre Northeast Bradford match. All four teams playing here today are the finalists of this competition this year. We've had 16 teams join us for Scholarship Challenge. These are the top four today. These are finals, and this is our last broadcast of year 45 for Scholarship Challenge until we bring it back again next year. We are rejoining at this point to take a moment to learn a little bit more about the Towanda School District, and to do that with the school biography from the Towanda Black Knights. Joining us on the wireless microphone is Dawn Petty.
Good morning, Mr. Radigan. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for being here.
Crowned by the majestic hills of central Bradford County in Pennsylvania lies the Towanda Area School District. At Towanda, we strive to show our profound Black Knight pride on and off the field, court, and stage, in the classroom, and in the community. This spring is a lively time for Towanda High School. We are especially excited to watch our baseball, softball, track and field, and boys tennis teams compete. Along with these spring athletes, our musically talented peers continue to proudly represent our school at the county and district level. We have students reaching regional band, district choir, and other high-level musical ensembles coming from Towanda. On the stage, our spring musical, Narnia, is soon approaching at the end of March. Moving along, our student council, SAD, and National Honor Society members deserve recognition for their exemplification of Black Knight Pride through volunteer work with CHOP, TACO, the Salvation Army, Pet Shelter, the Towanda Memorial Personal Care Home, and Skilled Nursing Unit. All this and much more is a part of the Towanda Area School District. We Black Knights stand together with unwavering spirit and pride. Follow us online on our Facebook page or live stream on YouTube so you too can become a part of our Black Knight community. We'd like to give a special thanks to our school administration, teachers, and staff who have helped us along the way, some of which are here to support us today, including our superintendent, Eric Cummings, and principal, Nate Ross. Thank you to the Radigans, the radio teams, and to the sponsors. And congratulations to all competitors and teams for earning your way to the Scholarship Challenge Finals.
Thank you, Don Petty. Here at Towanda Black Knights. All right, we're 20 questions in at this point, and Towanda is in the lead, 80-40 over Notre Dame. 20-point questions now for correct answers, still minus 10 for any incorrect answers here on Scholarship Challenge. The winner of these next 10 questions, or these last 10 questions here between Towanda and Notre Dame, will go on to the top two finals here today. All right, here we go. Notre Dame, you ready? Towanda, you ready? All right. Question number 21. This park, home to a namesake supervolcano, was established as the first national park by Tristan Osowski. Towanda?
Yellowstone.
Yellowstone is correct. Question number 22. Evaluate the expression -3 to the 6th power. Time is up. Nobody rang in. The answer we were looking for, 729. Question 23 between Notre Dame and Towanda. Athens launched a disastrous expedition to Sicily during this war. Trevor Agan, Notre Dame.
The Peloponnesian War?
That is correct. That was an extra 20 points for Notre Dame. The trail still from Towanda, but it's Towanda 100 and Notre Dame 60. That's a difference of just 2 questions now here in this third round. Question 24. This force is proportional to the density of a fluid and the cross-sectional area of an object, causing an object to reach terminal velocity. For an airplane, this force opposes thrust. Name this force that opposes an object's movement through a fluid. Braden Madison, Towanda.
Drag.
Drag is correct. 120-60 now with Towanda in the lead. Question 25. This word names an arsenal in Huntsville, Alabama. What is the name of a substance in Minecraft which can be used in place of electric circuits to power rails and other devices? Levi Snyder, Towanda.
Redstone.
Redstone is correct.
Yeah. Yo.
Question 26 between Notre Dame and Towanda. In this country, Miles Copeland Jr. used his relations with a foreign leader to help plan the CIA's Project FF. In this country, the Free Officers Movement was launched to depose the opulent King Farouk. Name this country where Gamal Abdel Nasser nationalized the Suez Canal. Egypt. Question 27 between Notre Dame and Towanda. It's not Santa Cruz, but one city in this county. It's not Santa Cruz, but one city in this county trademarked Surf City USA until 2016. A longtime California Republican stronghold was what county in greater Los Angeles that contains Anaheim and is named for its citruses? Braden Madison, Towanda?
Orange.
Orange County is correct.
Oh yeah, let's freaking go. No catching no stop.
Question 28. In Pokemon, the move Lick has this type, and Pokemon with this type are commonly found in Lavender Tower. What type are Pokemon like Misdreavus and Duskull? Tristan Osowski, Towanda.
Psychic.
Incorrect. We'll repeat the question for Notre Dame. In Pokemon, the move Lick has this type, and Pokemon with this type are commonly found in Lavender Tower. What type are Pokemon like Misdreavus and Duskull? Ghost. Question 29 between Notre Dame and Towanda. Towanda in the lead. Vidalia onions are named for a city in this state, which is home to a fun barnstorming baseball team nicknamed the Bananas. What state's busiest airport, Hartsfield-Jackson, is named for two former mayors of Atlanta? Tristan Osowski, Towanda.
Georgia.
Georgia is correct. Question number 30. The Power of This Concept titles a book by Charles Duhigg. Be proactive and begin with the end in mind were two of what things identified by Stephen R. Covey as belonging to, quote, highly effective people? Habits. That is the end of the match between Notre Dame and Towanda. Towanda wins it. Final score 170-60. Congratulations, Notre Dame. You are the fourth place winners of Scholarship Challenge number 45. You beat out 12 other teams for that spot. We are going to go to commercial break here, and when we return to the Sayre Theatre, we will have Sayre and Northeast Bradford join us up on stage. Scholarship
At
Challenge
Guthrie Community
number 45.
Credit Union, they know that local businesses are the backbone for our community.
That's why they're excited to offer business loans tailored to meet your needs.
Expand your business, manage cash flow, or invest in real estate. Guthrie CCU has the solutions for you.
With competitive rates and personalized service, take your business to the next level at Guthrie Community Credit Union.
Their straightforward application process makes it easy. Stop by GCCU in Sayre.
Or apply online at GuthrieFCU.org. NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Dalton Williams, and I'd like to invite you to Williams Toyota of Sayre. We are proud to partner with our community with our continued focus on youth activities, healthcare initiatives, and helping those that need it most right here in the Valley. We offer a friendly, no-pressure atmosphere and make it easy to service your vehicle. You can comfortably wait in our newly renovated lounge with all the amenities to make you feel right at home. So visit us today in Sayre or online at williamstoyotaofsayre.com.
Proud to bring live theater and the arts to our community.
Bradford County Regional Arts Council, BCRAC, is a nonprofit organization dedicated to building and supporting our regional arts community
while renovating and preserving Bradford County's historic Keystone and Sayre theaters.
BCRAC supports live arts programs, first-run movies and film festivals, children's theater, and community events, to name a few.
Stay connected to the arts and sign up for their weekly newsletter.
Go to bcrac.org. That's bcrac.org.
Scholarship Challenge.
Live from the Sayre Theatre in Sayre, Pennsylvania, Radigan Media proudly presents our signature community service event, the FCCB Scholarship Challenge, presented by Gannon Associates Insurance and Williams Toyota of Sayre. Here's your host, Dave Radigan.
Welcome back to the Sayre Theatre. It is year number 45 of Scholarship Challenge. A long time in the making, having an awful lot of fun up here on stage with these students. Just showing off how smart they are, how hard they work in school, what great students they are, what wonderful educators we have in our school districts, in our communities, and what a wonderful place it is to live, work, and play here in the Twin Tiers. Just moments ago, here on Scholarship Challenge, we heard from Towanda and Notre Dame. Towanda winning that competition there between Towanda and Notre Dame. So they will go on to play the winners of this match, which is about to take place in just a few minutes, between Sayre and Northeast Bradford. Before we do that, I'm going to shuffle all the cards and throw them up into the air here and do something a little bit different here on Scholarship Challenge, which is why I have a wireless mic. And now, you guys cool for a minute? You guys all right? Just hang out, okay? I got to go take care of something. Good with you guys? All right, cool. No problem. All right, so if we just go back here for a second and need to, boy, there's a lot of stuff back here. Wow. Okay. We're going to leave the stage. We're going to come out here into the audience. I feel like David Letterman. This is so weird. Okay. Got that potato gun I ordered? All right. We are going to go on a field trip here. For the element of surprise and for your audience participation, I'm going to need you all to turn around and look at the back corner here of Scholarship Challenge where our tech team is. And, well, kind of like the pizza place, I'm going to come to you and deliver because you've come to us to deliver so many times. Larry Brown has been one of the engineers here on Scholarship Challenge longer than anybody. In fact, my friend, Larry holds the dubious honor of attending more Scholarship Challenges than anyone else, even more so than the creator of Scholarship Challenge himself, Chuck Carver, who passed away 4 years ago. Larry?
Ever happened.
Every one that ever happened and every button we've ever pressed was installed here by Larry originally. 45 years at Scholarship Challenge for our engineer, Larry Brown.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's very nice.
Thank you, Larry. We wanted to honor you here today. We couldn't do this without you. We appreciate it very much. All right. I got to walk all the way back up there now. Okay. Here we go, guys. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask for a commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have our next competition here on Scholarship Challenge, live from the Sayre Theatre.
For over a century, First Citizens Community Bank has been more than a bank. It's been a cornerstone of Bradford County. FCCB helps families achieve home ownership, equips small businesses with the tools to thrive, and fosters financial wellness for all. Their commitment goes beyond transactions. It's about building a stronger, more connected community. Because when FCCB invests in its neighbors, everyone benefits. Discover how they're making a difference at myfccb.com. Together, we're building a brighter future.
Life's most beautiful moments happen when we least expect them. At Tiffany Merritt Photography, we specialize in capturing those unscripted flashes of joy, love, and connection. Serving the Twin Tiers, Tiffany's talent goes beyond the lens. She finds the magic in every smile, every glance, and every milestone. Featured in AMA Magazine and a Best of the Twin Tiers winner, she transforms fleeting seconds into memories that last a lifetime. Let's create something extraordinary together. Tiffany Merritt Photography, where moments become forever. Visit tmerrittphotos.com to book your memory.
For over a century, H. McDonald & Son has been crafting lasting tributes with care, skill, and respect. With over 110 years of experience, they guide families in creating meaningful memorials that honor the lives of loved ones. Visit their serene garden display and resource center to explore your options in a thoughtful, unhurried setting. From timeless designs to personalized craftsmanship, they're here to help you create a tribute as unique as the life it celebrates. Trust the legacy of experience. Trust H. McDonald & Son, 802 North Main Street, Athens.
Scholarship Challenge.
Live from the Sayre Theatre in Sayre, Pennsylvania, Radigan Media proudly presents our signature community service event, the FCCB Scholarship Challenge, presented by Gannon Associates Insurance and Williams Toyota of Sayre. Here's your host, Dave Radigan.
Thanks for joining us here at Scholarship Challenge, year number 45. You know, in the radio industry, people kind of come and go from jobs a lot. In the old day of radio, you'd go, well, like they said in WKRP in Cincinnati, from town to town, up and down the dial, and every year or two you'd move to a new city and work your way up through all the markets. And, well, all this to say, we learn here in the radio broadcasting world that we like to say every day is an anniversary. So we're very honored to be able to be here for the 45th year for Scholarship Challenge, doing something that we all absolutely love and being a part of this. So it's a lot of fun, and it's a big honor to be doing this with these smart kids and in this place. So thank you all on behalf of all of us here at Radigan Media and our production team for allowing us to do Scholarship Challenge. It's really an honor. All right, up on stage with us now, two fresh teams for the day, but not to Scholarship Challenge this year for sure. Northeast Bradford and Sayre Redskins both qualified to join us here at Scholarship Challenge Finals. Sayre qualified on February 15th, and Northeast Bradford qualified just 2 weeks ago on March 1st. We are going to begin with team introductions. Always to my right, for whatever reason, maybe because I'm right-handed, I don't know, but we'll start with team captain of the Northeast Bradford Panthers, Ed Eastman.
Thanks, Mr. Radigan, and hello, everyone. I'm Ed Eastman, a junior at Northeast Bradford. I attend the West Warren Congregational Church, and I play trombone in the concert band. I do soccer and track, and I plan to attend college after graduation, pursuing a career in chemical engineering.
Excellent. Thank you, Ed. Next to Ed is Kaya Frazier.
Thank you. My name is Kaya Frazier, and I'm a senior at Northeast Bradford High School. I'm a member of NHS, Environmental Club, SGA, and Students Against Destructive Decisions. In the future, I plan to earn a bachelor's degree in nursing and a minor in both biology and chemistry before attending school for dentistry and orthodontics.
Awesome. Thank you, Kaya. Next to Kaya is Lila Hughes.
Thank you, Mr. Radigan. I'm Lila, and I am a senior at Northeast Bradford. I am a member of National Honor Society and Student Government Association, participating in numerous community service activities. I have participated in track, cross-country, basketball, and soccer. After graduation, I plan to attend East Carolina University Honors College for biochemistry with plans to be a dermatologist.
Awesome. Thank you, Lila. And to our far stage right is Ryan Jones.
Good morning, and thank you, Mr. Radigan. I'm a senior at Northeast who is very active in our district. While maintaining excellent academics, I also serve my community for over 300 hours per year. I also serve as the president of my class and the president of our National Honor Society. Additionally, I'm a member of Students Against Destructive Decisions and the Student Government Association. I run both cross-country and track, where I have achieved success by competing in the state competition numerous times. After high school, I plan to earn a bachelor's degree in electrical engineering and eventually become an entrepreneur.
Excellent. Thank you, Ryan Jones. Also on the Northeast Bradford Panther team alternates, Tucker Hughes, Jaden Fox, and Charles Eastman. The team advisor for the Northeast Bradford Panthers is Melissa Tewksbury. School principals, Dr. Amy Brown, who's here today, as well as Superintendent Matt Holmes, and also representing the Northeast Bradford Panthers today with their school colors of maroon and gray. School board members Richard Jones and Peggy Hughes are in the audience as well. Appreciate that overwhelming support from the Northeast Bradford Panther community joining us here today in Sayre. And speaking of Sayre, we welcome to Scholarship Challenge Finals the Sayre Redskins. And we'd like to introduce first our team captain, Brooke Romig.
Thank you, Mr. Radigan. My name is Brooke Romig, and I am a senior at Sayre. I participate in multiple extracurricular activities, including speech and debate, FBLA, the Junior Chamber of Commerce, Student Government, and National Honor Society. I'm also on the worship team at my church, and after high school, I plan to go to college for business administration and management.
Excellent. Thank you, Brooke. Next to Brooke is Liam Barry.
Hello, I'm a senior at Sayre High School, and I participate in NHS, FBLA, FTA, SAD, the GVCC Junior Chamber, Varsity Golf, Marching Band, Quiz League, as well as being class president. My future plans are to attend Seton Hall University for Catholic theology to become a priest. Thank you.
Excellent. Thank you, Liam. Next to Liam is Declan Barry.
Hi, my name is Declan Barry. I'm a sophomore at Sayre. I do football, basketball, track, and FBLA.
Great. Thank you, Declan. And next to Declan is Keandre McClenny.
Thank you. My name is Keandre McClenny. I'm a junior in Sayre, and I participate in my school's esports team, our floor hockey league, obviously Scholarship Challenge, and I do IT at the Northern Tier Career Center, where I was recently able to get my certificate for IT, and after high school, I plan to go to college for computer science.
Awesome. Thank you, Keandre McClenny. Sayre Redskins team advisor is Aaron Roy. Principal is Cambria Ely. Superintendent Dr. Jill Delosio is here today. Also joining us in the audience from the Sayre Redskins, we have Tricia Tejan, who's the Director of Student Services, Ron Cole, who's the school board president, Dayton Handrick, Director of Student and Academic Affairs, and Tricia Blythe from the school board. She's the vice president of the Sayre School District Board as well. Once again, overwhelming support for the Sayre Redskins joining us here in the Sayre Theatre today in front of a very large crowd for Scholarship Challenge. We appreciate all of you coming out today to support these students on this program. Okay, student introductions complete now. We'll do school bios for each team coming up between round 2 and 3. We'll get into some questions first. Northeast Bradford, are you ready? All right, Sayre Redskins, are you ready? Okay. Audience, are you ready? Concession stands are open out there. I have to make sure everyone's got their drink and their popcorn and their candy, All right. Here we go. Scholarship Challenge, Year 45, competition between Northeast Bradford and Sayre on the finals. Question number 1. At which university did Philip Zimbardo conduct an experiment that had to be canceled after 6 days? Lila Hughes, Northeast Bradford.
The Stanford Prison Experiment.
That is correct. Question number 2 between Northeast Bradford and Sayre. The 1976 Indiana Hoosiers were the last men's college basketball team to go undefeated and win the NCAA tournament. Who was their head coach during that? Declan Berry, Sayre.
Bob Knight.
Bobby Knight is correct. Question number 3, this process can be accomplished with an A440 fork or in a non-standard variety in a technique called scortadura. What process is facilitated in an orchestra before a performance by an instrument playing an A? Liam Barry, Sayre?
Tuning.
Tuning is correct. Question number 4. In this country, people often visit Dunn's River Falls while their cruise ship is docked in Ocho Rio. What Caribbean country's other tourist attractions include a Rastafari indigenous village? Declan Berry, Sayre?
Jamaica.
Jamaica is correct. Question 5, between Northeast Bradford and Sayre. Sayre's in the lead. What Republican senator from Wisconsin was asked, "Have you no sense of decency?" during a hearing over his aggressive anti-communist Ed Eastman or Northeast Bradford?
McCarthy.
McCarthy is correct. Question number 6, solids are prevented from entering this system of the body when the epiglottis is shut. The bronchi and trachea are part of what system? Kaya Frazier, Northeast.
The respiratory system.
Respiratory system is correct. Scores tied now between Northeast Bradford and Sayre. Question number 7. The national teams of England and Australia in this sport play for the Ashes Trophy. Prominent athletes in this sport include Ben Stokes and Virat Kohli. What bat and ball sport? Declan Berry, Sayre?
Cricket.
Cricket is correct. 7 questions in. Nobody's gotten them wrong yet. All 7 questions have been answered correctly so far. Question number 8 between Northeast Bradford and Sayre. What type of investment requires investors to enter a contract agreeing to buy or sell a commodity at a certain price at a later date? I totally jinxed us by saying that. Future investments. Question number 9. This brand's founder is from Elmira, New York. What fashion brand uses a signature color scheme of red, white, and blue and announced its first collection using an advertisement centered around the initials TH? Brooke Romig, Sayre?
Tommy Hilfiger.
That's correct. Question 10 between Northeast Bradford and Sayre. The Feast of the Epiphany often indicates the beginning of this period, whose end is marked by fasting for Lent. Name this Catholic holiday. Kaya Frazier, Northeast.
Is it Ramadan?
That is incorrect. We'll repeat the question for Sayre. The Feast of the Epiphany often indicates the let me start that from the beginning. The Feast of the Epiphany often indicates the beginning of this period, whose end is marked by fasting for Lent. Name this Catholic holiday ending on Mardi Gras, which is lavishly celebrated in Rio de Janeiro. Liam Barry, Sayre?
Carnival.
That is correct. At the end of 10 questions between Northeast Bradford and Sayre, we have Sayre in the lead, 60-20 on Scholarship Challenge. More from the Sayre Theatre stage when we come back on Scholarship Challenge.
At Knowles Real Estate, they don't just sell properties, they build relationships. From the first handshake to the final signature, their team's dedicated to making your real estate journey smooth and personal. Whether you're stepping into your dream home or handing over the keys to a new chapter, they're here to guide you every step of the way. Call Knowles Real Estate at 570-888-0664 and let them turn your aspirations into your address. When life brings complex legal needs, Knowles Rosenblum Law Group is here to guide you. Their boutique law firm specializes in estate planning, helping families navigate the loss of a loved one, and managing seamless real estate transactions. Starting or transitioning a business? They've got you covered. Oil and gas matters? They're your trusted advisors. At Knowles Rosenblum, they listen, act, and stay involved every step of the way. Let them handle the details so you can focus on what matters most. Call Knowles Rosenblum Law Group today.
Visit Broad Street Barbershop in Waverly, where tradition blends seamlessly with modern styling. Their expert barbers are ready to deliver top-notch cuts and shaves. Whether it's a quick trim or a new look you're after, the professionals at Broad Street Barbershop welcome you without an appointment. Experience precision in every cut. At Broad Street Barbershop, they're all about you, your style, and image. Open Monday through Saturday and late till 7 on Tuesday and Thursday. Stop in today. Broad Street Barbershop, Waverly.
Scholarship Challenge.
Live from the Sayre Theatre in Sayre, Pennsylvania, Radigan Media proudly presents our signature community service event, the FCCB Scholarship Challenge, presented by Gannon Associates Insurance and Williams Toyota of Sayre. Here's your host, Dave Radigan.
Thank you for joining us here at the Sayre Theatre as we broadcast the finals of Scholarship Challenge for year number 45. These are high school students up on stage, anywhere from grades 9 through 12. Scholarship Challenge was originally for seniors only, then it got opened up to juniors and seniors, and then a couple of years ago we opened it up to freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors, so anyone in high school age. Because we also have Middle School Challenge, which is open to all middle school students. So we wanted students to be able to stay with Scholarship Challenge if they wanted to, from middle school all the way through high school. And as we heard last week here on Scholarship Challenge with our 9 participating teams in Middle School Challenge, that challenge is sort of a feeder program into High School Challenge where the prizes and the trophies are. And we have some very promising Scholarship Challenge teams coming up through the ranks in our area school districts. So lots of teams to be watching out for. Wellsboro, Spencer Van Etten, 2 really excellent teams last week, and they all participated and competed very well with one another. Very evenly matched teams. So definitely fun to watch these teams come up through the ranks here on Scholarship Challenge. How many seniors do we have up on stage right now? Okay, that's how I raise my hand too. Mostly seniors up here on stage, probably 6 out of 8 here up on stage. It's Northeast Bradford Panthers and Sayre Redskins joining us here in this match. Earlier today, we heard from Notre Dame and Towanda. Towanda won that match, and both teams remain here in the theater for Notre Dame for an award presentation coming up in a little bit, and Towanda to play the winner of this match between Northeast Bradford and Sayre, which will be determined in about 20 more questions. Before we get into the next batch of 10 questions, we want to take a moment to check in with Brooke Romig from the Sayre Redskins, who's going to tell us a little bit about the Sayre School District.
Thank you, Mr. Radigan. Sayre Area High School, located in the Susquehanna Valley, is a school of about 500 students enrolled in grades 7 through 12, more commonly known as the Little School with a Big Heart. Since its beginning in the era of the Lehigh Valley Railroad to the transition to a community, Sayre Area High School has traditionally been an important institution in the community. This is demonstrated annually by its giving to charity organizations in the Valley, such as the Salvation Army's Canned Food Drive, which receives Sayre High's donations of thousands of items annually. Sayre students are involved in a variety of activities, including athletics, music, art, forensics, and drama, and participate in community service programs through clubs at the school. After a 14-8 season, the boys basketball team placed third in the District 4 and reached the state tournament. The music department is preparing for the spring performance of Guys and Dolls, which they will perform March 28th and 30th. FBLA will be sending 23 students to the state competition on April 6th. The school district has played a key role in readying the youth of Sayre with the skills, values, and knowledge needed to be responsible citizens of today's world. Our students, faculty, and staff always have and will continue to do their best at everything they do and make us Sayre proud.
Very good. Brooke Romig. From the Sayre Redskins, many of whom we have in attendance here today, alumni and students as well, supporting this team up on stage of Brooke Romig, Liam Berry, Declan Berry, and Keandre McClenny up on stage right now here at the Sayre Theatre. All right, let's get into some more questions between Northeast Bradford and Sayre. It's question 11 between these two teams. Currently, Sayre is in the lead over Northeast Bradford with a score of 60-20. These questions are worth 10 points each in this round. Question number 11. 6 students are giving speeches. If Matt's speech must come before Pat's speech, and Larry's speech must come before Dean's speech, how many different ways are there to order the 6 speeches? Time is up. No takers on that. The answer we were looking for is 180. Question number 12. This composer's first symphony was nicknamed Beethoven's 10th. What composer of the Academic Festival Overture wrote a famous lullaby? Lila Hughes, Northeast Bradford.
Brahm.
Brahm is correct. Question 13. This president, a member of the stalwart faction of Republicans, signed the Pendleton Act. Which man ascended to the presidency in 1881 upon James Garfield's assassination? Liam Berry, Sayre.
Harrison.
It is incorrect. We'll repeat the question for Northeast Bradford. This president, a member of the stalwart faction of Republicans, signed the Pendleton Act. Which man ascended to the presidency in 1881 upon James Garfield's assassination? That was Chester A. Arthur. Question number 14. The Declaration of Independence was inspired by what English philosophers? Declan Berry, Sayre.
Darwin.
Incorrect. We'll repeat the question for Northeast Bradford. The Declaration of Independence was inspired by what English philosopher's statement that people had the natural right to life, liberty, and property? Ed Eastman, Northeast.
Locke.
John Locke is correct. Northeast Bradford and Sayre are now tied at 40 points apiece. Here's question number 15. Abraham is tasked with finding 10 good people in this city. 2 angels. Ed Eastman, Northeast.
Sodom.
Correct. That was very good. I had like 2 more whole paragraphs to read you before I got to where I was going. We just shaved about 4 minutes off of Scholarship Challenge. Question 16. A radioactive substance has a half-life of 20 minutes. If there's currently 96 kilograms of the substance, in how many hours will there be 1.5 kilograms remaining? The answer is 2. Question 17 between Northeast Bradford and Sayre. This state's illegal sale of land prompted the 1810 case Fletcher versus Peck. What state was ravaged by Sherman's March to the Sea? Declan Berry, Sayre.
Georgia.
Georgia is correct. Tied at 50 points each, Sayre and Northeast Bradford. Here's question number 18. What power tool spins complex bits at 8,000 to 20? Brooke Romig, Sayre?
Drill.
Incorrect. We'll repeat the question for Northeast Bradford. What power tool spins complex bits at 8,000 to 24,000 RPM, is used for cutting edges and profiles into wood, and shares its name with an internet device that accompanies a modem? Ryan Jones, Northeast Bradford.
A router?
Correct. Northeast Bradford pulls ahead with that, 60 to 40 now over Sayre. Question 19. This state's Piedmont Triad International Airport is named for a region that includes the cities of High Point, Greensboro, and Winston-Salem. Lila Hughes, Northeast Bradford.
North Carolina.
North Carolina is correct. Question number 20. In one type of this system, the acceleration is equal to the restoring force divided by mass. A pendulum can model these systems if small angle approximation is used. Name these systems exemplified by an object attached to a spring. Yeah, I got no idea either. Simple harmonic oscillator is the answer to that. Question number 20. I have no idea. Apologies. All right. Northeast Bradford Panthers and Sayre Redskin. Northeast is in the lead over Sayre, 70 to 40. 20 questions down, 10 questions left. They're worth 20 points apiece when we come back on the Sayre Theatre stage here, live from Scholarship Challenge, year number 45.
Checking your balance at midnight, and us. Transferring funds with just a click, and us. Depositing checks with your cell phone, and us. And of course, stopping in for one-on-one service, and us. Whatever your needs, C&N offers the high-tech, high-touch solutions you want. You and us. That's C&N. To learn more, visit cnbankpa.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
One of the area's most respected law firms is also a longtime supporter of Scholarship Challenge. Attorneys R. Joseph Landy and Damian M. Rossetti wish all of today's participants a rewarding, positive experience. Founded more than 60 years ago by Robert J. Landy, the Landy and Rossetti law firm specializes in criminal defense, wrongful death, personal injury, estate planning, gas and mineral rights, civil and commercial litigation, real estate, commercial transactions, and family law. Landy and Rossetti on Desmond Street in downtown Sayre.
One of the most respected and appreciated businesses in the Valley community is Jeff Paul Plumbing, Heating, and Electric.
Serving residential and commercial customers for over 40 years. They started small and have continued to expand to meet the needs of the Twin Tiers.
Offering high-quality service with a personal touch. There's one goal at Jeff Paul: your complete satisfaction.
For plumbing, heating, and electrical, call Jeff Paul.
Hey everyone, it's Sam from Sam's Bar and Grill in Sayre. Thinking about lunch? We've got you covered. Check us out for a wide variety of sandwiches, burgers, wraps, salads, cheesesteak, flatbreads, and more. Our kitchen is open for lunch daily. Call ahead for pickup or dine at the bar or in our spacious dining room. And don't forget about our private event space for your next meeting, party, or event. Search Sam's Bar and Grill on Facebook for more.
This is the award-winning Scholarship Challenge on WATS Sayre, WAVR FM Waverly, WEBO Owego, WTTC FM Towanda, WTXW Towanda, WOKN FM Southport, WLVY Elmira Heights, Horseheads, and WELM Elmira. A presentation of the locally owned and operated Radigan Media Group.
Scholarship Challenge.
Live from the Sayre Theatre in Sayre, Pennsylvania, Radigan Media proudly presents our signature community service event, the FCCB Scholarship Challenge, presented by Gannon Associates Insurance and Williams Toyota of Sayre. Here's your host, Dave Radigan.
Thanks for being here. It is Scholarship Challenge. Whether you're here in the theater watching our live video stream on the Scholarship Challenge Facebook page, which, by the way, you should like and follow for updates on Scholarship Challenge as we head into our off season, or the Scholarship Challenge YouTube channel, or something about a whole pile of radio stations broadcasting this live as we speak now. Appreciate you joining us for Scholarship Challenge today and being along for this ride with these wonderfully talented and exceptionally smart students. Up on stage, the Sayre Redskins, Brooke Romig, Liam Berry, Declan Berry, Keandria McClenny, also the Northeast Bradford Panthers, Ed Eastman, Kaya Frazier, Lila Hughes, and Ryan Jones. Took a few minutes 10 questions ago to learn more about the Sayre School District. Let's take a couple minutes to learn a little bit about the Northeast Bradford Panthers. And to do that, joining us from the wireless microphone here in the audience is team alternate Jaden Fox. Good morning, Jaden.
Good morning, Mr. Radigan. Northeast Bradford Senior High School, located in Bradford County, Pennsylvania, is home to some 400 students ranging from grades 7 through 12. The district may be very small and rural, but this does not hinder the school or the performance of its students. The school offers rigorous courses in every discipline, including advanced placement and dual enrollment. NEB offers a wide range of extracurricular activities, such as our outstanding National Honor Society and FFA chapters, Student Government Association, and SAD. This year, our National Honor Society has hosted a ceremony to honor the veterans in our community on Veterans Day, and our SGA fundraised to provide stockings for soldiers at Christmas time. Our FFA organized a drive to collect items for the Ronald McDonald House, and our SAD chapter has created a program for mentoring junior high students. Our Scholarship Challenge team, the 2024 competition champions, helped host a trivia event for our elementary students as an incentive for positive behavior, which the kids excitedly enjoyed. Regarding athletics, the Panthers have enjoyed many successes so far this year. With the cross-country team winning districts and qualifying for states, the the volleyball team won both the NTL and district titles for the second year in a row. The girls' basketball team has won the NTL title again this year, which marks the 6th consecutive year of achieving that honor. Additionally, we have a growing team of sanctioned girls wrestling. Northeast Bradford has a very involved music and drama department, whose most recent production of The Little Shop of Horrors was a rousing success. Additionally, numerous students have achieved district and regional chorus and band honors this year. I am proud to go to this small school with a big heart, and we as a team are excited to participate in Scholarship Challenge this year. We would like to thank the Radigan Broadcasting Group and the sponsors of this excellent activity for local high school students.
And we're proud to have you here. That's Jaden Fox of the Northeast Bradford Panthers joining us here today with her team. We are 20 questions into the competition between Sayre and Northeast Bradford. Northeast has taken the lead here, 70-40 in these first 20 questions. Now, as we get into the last 10 questions, they're 20 points apiece. So 20-point questions, 20 points for correct answers, minus 10 for incorrect answers. Northeast, are you ready? Sayre, are you ready? The winner of this match goes on to the finals, the double secret finals? I don't know. They'll play Towanda for first and second place here today. All right, here we go. Question number 21. This member of the Fair Play for Cuba Committee was killed by Jack Ruby. The Texas... Ed Eastman, Northeast Bradford.
Oswald?
Correct. The end of the question was the Texas School Book Depository was the site of what person's assassination of John F. Kennedy? Lee Harvey Oswald, the answer. Well done. All right, question number 22. A regular polygon has interior angles measuring 162 degrees. How many sides does it have? No takers on that question. 20, the answer we're looking for. Question number 23, between Northeast Bradford and Sayre, with Northeast in the lead. This amendment, which granted states sovereign immunity, was passed after the case Chisholm versus Georgia. What amendment was the first one to be added to the Constitution after Ed Eastman, Northeast Bradford?
The 11th.
The 11th Amendment. The first to be added after the Bill of Rights. Question number 24. This state's high desert contains Steens Mountain, a famous recreation site. This state's capital is on the Willamette River. Name this U.S. state home whose portion of the Cascade Mountains houses Crater Lake National Park. Declan Barry, Sayre?
Oregon.
Correct. It gives 20 points to Sayre. They're now trailing Northeast Bradford, 110 to 60. Question number 25. The S and T dualities of these objects were used by Ed Witten to modify their theory. M theory is a modification of a theory named for these objects, which predicts the existence of 11 dimensions. Name these objects in one dimension which compose all matter according to their namesake theory. Kaya Frazier, Northeast Bradford.
Atoms.
Incorrect. We'll repeat the question for Sayre. The S and T dualities of Keandre McClenny, Sayre?
Particle?
That is incorrect. Answer we were looking for? The string theory. Question number 26 between Northeast Bradford and Sayre. What hero, the killer of Patroclus and Prince of Troy, at Eastman, Northeast?
Hector.
Correct. I need a minute. I don't know, like these kids feel like they need a minute, like I need a minute. It's question number 27. Northeast Bradford and Sayre Northeast is in the lead. Here's 27. A speaker in this location claims that I am he who knew what it was to be evil before describing the flood tide below me. What Burroughs ferry did Walt Whitman describe crossing from the East River in Manhattan? Brooke Romig, Sayre?
Manhattan.
Incorrect. We'll repeat the question for Northeast. A speaker in this location claims that I am he who knew what it was to be evil before describing the flood tide below me. What Burroughs ferry did Walt Whitman describe crossing from the East River in Manhattan? It was the Brooklyn Ferry. Question 28. This dynasty, which came to power after the battle on the Marchfield, sent Clemens von Metternich to the Congress of Vienna. Name this Austrian dynasty that continuously ruled the Holy Roman Empire. Liam Barry, Sayre?
Habsburg.
Habsburg is correct. Question number 29. This state contains a 13-foot-tall monument honoring an agricultural pest, the boll weevil, and a 56-foot-tall statue of the Roman god Vulcan. What state's cities include Dothan, Tuscaloosa, and Huntsville? Liam Barry, Sayre?
Alabama.
Alabama is correct. Question number 30 between Northeast Bradford and Sayre. A song by this artist took inspiration from a Ray Bradbury story and contains the lyric, "She packed my bags last night." Name this British singer who is known for songs like Candle in the Wind and Rocket Man. Declan Barry, Sayre?
Elton John.
Elton John is correct. That's the end of the match between Northeast Bradford and Sayre Redskins. Very close. Off by just one question there in the end, 120 to 100. Congratulations, Northeast Bradford, and congratulations, Sayre. That makes Sayre our third place team this year for Scholarship Challenge. And when we come back, we're going to have Towanda and Northeast Bradford. They are our first and second place teams this year, but we need to determine which one's which, and we'll do that with our final competition of the year here on Scholarship Challenge when we return live at the Sayre Theatre.
Kick off 2025 the right way with IRFCU. We're here to help you crush your financial goals. Discover powerful tools like our Credit Compass app, where you can check your credit score, review your history, set goals, and build custom credit plans tailored just for you. Need extra guidance? Our financial counselors are ready to meet with you in person to tackle budgeting, debt management, and more. Visit us today at IngersollRandFCU.com or stop by our branches in Sayre or Wysox. Federally insured by NCUA.
Insurance isn't just about policies, it's about knowing you have someone to lean on when life gets tough. At Gannon Associates Insurance, we're here to provide that support with coverage that protects your home, family, and future. Because Gannon Associates Insurance, you're not just a client, you're family. We're here for you whenever you need us. Call us at 844-GANNONS or visit GannonAssociates.com. Securing what matters most, together.
Proud to bring live theater and the arts to our community.
Bradford County Regional Arts Council, BCRAC, is a nonprofit organization dedicated to building and supporting our regional arts community
while renovating and preserving Bradford County's historic Keystone and Sayre theaters.
BCRAC supports live arts programs, first-run movies and film festivals, children's theater, and community events, to name a few.
Stay connected to the arts and sign up for their weekly newsletter.
Go to bcrac.org. That's bcrac.org.
Scholarship Challenge.
Live from the Sayre Theatre in Sayre, Pennsylvania, Radigan Media proudly presents our signature community service event, the FCCB Scholarship Challenge, presented by Gannon Associates Insurance and Williams Toyota of Sayre. Here's your host, Dave Radigan.
Welcome back to the stage here at Scholarship Challenge. It's year number 45. We've had quite a competition so far today between Towanda and Notre Dame, Sayre and Northeast Bradford, our final four teams for Scholarship Challenge this year. We've seen very well-matched teams throughout the competition, all 6 weeks of it. The first 4 weeks were qualifying rounds for high school. Then week number 5 was last Saturday. That was for middle school challenge. We did all of middle school challenge in one day with 9 teams, and then we're back again today with our final 4 teams for finals. We have had, quite the time here with Scholarship Challenge this year, and we have quite a turnout here in the Sayre Theatre, and lots of people listening right now as they've been following this program over the last 6 weeks. Also have some very special guests who have joined us this year for Scholarship Challenge, and I want to start by introducing one guest who gets the award for, as far as I know, furthest traveled to be here today for Scholarship Challenge. Michael Kwasnowski, if you wouldn't mind stepping up to the wireless mic, I want to say hi and sort of introduce you to our group here at Scholarship Challenge.
Good
Michael.
morning, Dave. Good morning, everyone.
Thank you for being here. Michael Kwasnowski has traveled from Monterey, California to be here for the weekend to watch championships here. Yes. We had Michael on the Choice 102 morning show yesterday for a little while with Pat McDonald and some students from the competition, and had a chance to chat just a little bit about the Kwasnowski Cup, which is the cup that adorns the center front of our stage here for Scholarship Challenge and is one of the first place prizes. Tell us a little bit about the Kwasnowskis. Who are the Kwasnowskis, Michael?
Oh, wow. Thanks so much, Dave. Yeah, so born and reared here in Athens by my folks, Dan and Marie. My dad, Dan, who's here this morning, with my sister Lisa, my brother Daniel, my other brother Matthew, and myself. So longtime residents of Athens. My folks just stalwarts in the community. Both were educators. My dad, a math teacher. I had my dad for trig. I also had my dad for pre-calculus. So Mr. K was a pretty good teacher. Also a pretty good soccer coach and referee. My mom, of course, was with the guidance department at Athens High School, just had a heart for students, as did my dad as a teacher. So we just love being part of the community. We're so thankful to have been a part of Scholarship Challenge over these years. My brother Daniel played on the 1984 Athens team, which he captained. I had the great pleasure and honor to play on the 1991 team for Athens High School.
So very excellent that you guys are from the Valley, from the area. Mr. Kwasnowski, your father, goes way, way back with Chuck Carver and Marie Kwasnowski, Chuck and Michelle Carver. Chuck was the creator of Scholarship Challenge, and those two families have been very close over these many years. The cup itself, named for your brother, Daniel.
Yeah, certainly. My brother Daniel was just a tremendously bright young man, had eclectic taste in the arts and sciences and in music. He was an accomplished pianist, taught himself the viola and cello in all his spare time, went on to study architecture. He just had a great many interests. And so he enjoyed doing Scholarship Challenge, enjoyed the teamwork with his friends, much like these students are doing as well. And so, yes, we're very thankful that the Cup honors his memory.
It was a great idea, and we appreciate the continued support of the Kwasnowski and Lucas family for Scholarship Challenge and, of course, the Cup, and ultimately these students up here on stage year after year who grow up with Scholarship Challenge just as you and your brother and sister did here in the Valley. So
Indeed, very cool. Absolutely, Dave. And I just want to commend the students who are on the stage, all the students who participated today and in the last few weeks. Kudos to all their family and friends and advisors and teachers who support them, all the folks who make the program happen. I don't know if you all are like me. The theater is quite crowded. It's sort of like a sporting event. And it really struck me, this morning's event has all the attributes we would expect at the big game. There's suspense, there's strategy sessions going on during the competition, there's resilience when a question is missed and you have to bounce back quickly and get into that next question. There's encouragement from team members. And of course, all of what we see today reflects the months, the years of preparation that have gone into it. So well done to everyone who's competing today.
Absolutely. There's a lot of popcorn as well. That doesn't hurt. Tell us a little bit about your career since you left Scholarship Challenge in 1991. Where have you gone on to since Scholarship Challenge?
Oh, I appreciate that, Dave. I grew up in Athens and loved this small community, but always had a sense that I wanted to see the world. And when I was in college, I had an epiphany. I knew that I wanted to serve my country somehow. I wanted to see the world, and I wanted to do work that was meaningful. And for me, that meant serving in the Air Force. After Bloomsburg University, I commissioned in the Air Force, and kind of liked it, served a few years, 28 years in total. And so with my bride Margot, our son Noah, and our daughter Selah, we've had the opportunity to serve our country around the world, most recently in California at the Naval Postgraduate School. Prior to that, we were on a NATO assignment in Belgium. A couple other garden spots like Hawaii, some challenging and very interesting and rewarding tours like the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., a couple of less pleasant tours downrange on combat deployments, and happy to talk to anybody about those offline as well. But suffice to say that America and the Air Force have been very good to us in that career that has taken us around the world. But it's always wonderful to come back to the valley of my youth.
No place like home. Thank you for your service to our country.
Thank you, Dave.
I bring this up not just for your connection to Scholarship Challenge and the community, but also as a sort of an example to the students here in Scholarship Challenge and those that are listening to us here today about just one example of what your future can hold, starting here, taking root in the Twin Tiers, and whether you stay here your whole life and become a teacher or work in the counseling office or join the board of directors for the Bradford County Regional Arts Council and eventually end up being the lady who picks the carpet in the lobby, which Marie, by the way,
that's right,
Michael's mother, chose the carpet that was in the lobby, and so many other things about this theater. She was a big supporter of Friends of Sayre Theatre and on the board. I use this as an example to teach these students the possibilities that there are before you. You all have bright and talented futures, whether you're on the Scholarship Challenge stage or playing a sport or being in a production or working on a farm or whatever it is that you've chosen to learn about and for your future. A bright future is ahead of each and every one of you here today and in our audience listening. So I just want to use Michael as an example and also thank him for all of his service to our country and being a great example of a human coming from this part of the world, and of course for making the trip from Monterey, California, all the way here to Sayre, Pennsylvania for the weekend.
Thanks very much, Dave, and I couldn't agree with you more. You know, we look on stage and we see scholar athletes, musicians, folks involved in their community, their places of worship, but fast forward 10 years, the folks you've seen on stage today are our future elected officials, our captains of industry, our technology innovators, our public servants, our military leaders, and so much more. So I am going to leave here today so encouraged about the future of the Valley, the Twin Tiers, and beyond. Thanks.
Absolutely. Thank you, Michael Kwasnowski. We'll be right back here at Scholarship Challenge.
Hi, I'm Dalton Williams, and I'd like to invite you to Williams Toyota of Sayre. We are proud to partner with our community with our continued focus on youth activities, healthcare initiatives, and helping those that need it most right here in the Valley. We offer a friendly, no-pressure atmosphere and make it easy to service your vehicle. You can comfortably wait in our newly renovated lounge with all the amenities to make you feel right at home. So visit us today in Sayre or online at williamstoyotaofsayre.com.
Life's most beautiful moments happen when we least expect them. At Tiffany Merritt Photography, we specialize in capturing those unscripted flashes of joy, love, and connection. Serving the Twin Tiers, Tiffany's talent goes beyond the lens. She finds the magic in every smile, every glance, and every milestone. Featured in AMA Magazine and a Best of the Twin Tiers winner, she transforms fleeting seconds into memories that last a lifetime. Let's create something extraordinary together. Tiffany Merritt Photography, where moments become forever. Visit tmerrittphotos.com to book your memory.
For over a century, First Citizens Community Bank has been more than a bank. It's been a cornerstone of Bradford County. FCCB helps families achieve homeownership, equips small businesses with the tools to thrive, and fosters financial wellness for all. Their commitment goes beyond transactions. It's about building a stronger, more connected community. Because when FCCB invests in its neighbors, everyone benefits. Discover how they're making a difference at myfccb.com. Together, we're building a brighter future.
Scholarship Challenge.
Live from the Sayre Theatre in Sayre, Pennsylvania, Radigan Media proudly presents our signature community service event, the FCCB Scholarship Challenge, presented by Gannon Associates Insurance and Williams Toyota of Sayre. Here's your host, Dave Radigan.
Thanks for joining us here at Scholarship Challenge today. It's our final broadcast of the year for Scholarship Challenge. This is the 45th year of Scholarship Challenge. This is my 5th year already. I cannot believe that, hosting here up on stage, taking the reins from the late and certainly great Chuck Carver, who, by the way, has not yet missed a Scholarship Challenge yet. Long story, ask me after the show. All right. 10 questions now. Our first of 30 between Towanda and Northeast Bradford Panthers. We are reintroducing Kirsten Atwood, Tristan Osowski, Braden Madison, and Levi Snyder from Towanda, as well as Ed Eastman, Kaya Frazier, Lila Hughes, and Ryan Jones from Northeast Bradford. We've done biographies on each of them today. We've done school biographies for both Towanda and Northeast. So with those behind us, it is time now to close in on who will be our first and second place winners here of Scholarship Challenge year number 45. Question number 1. This author, who made up a 100-letter word that is the amalgamation of thunder in different languages, opens a novel with a lowercase river run. A gathering hosted by Julia and Kate is attended by Gabriel Conroy in this author's The Dead, the last story in a collection published in 1914. Name this Irish author of Finnegan's Wake and Dubliners. James Joyce. Question number 2, between Towanda and Northeast. In this modern-day country, Shark Island was a concentration camp for the Nama and Herero people during a genocide by German authorities. What present-day country was known as West Africa under British and South African rule? Kaya Fraser, Northeast Bradford.
Is it the Western Sahara?
That is incorrect. I'll ask the question again for Towanda. In this modern-day country, Shark Island was a concentration camp for the Nama and Herero people during a genocide by German authorities. What present-day country was known as Southwest Africa under British and South African rule? Namibia. Question number 3. What planet, which takes longer to rotate about its axis than to revolve around the sun, has clouds of sulfuric acid? Braden Madison, Towanda.
Venus.
Venus is correct. Question number 4. This island contained concentration camps that were used by Butcher Whaler during its Independence War. What island was the site of the Battle of San Juan Hill, where the Rough Riders defeated Spanish forces in 1898? Tristan Osowski, Towanda.
Cuba.
Cuba is correct. Question number 5. Oliver Otis Howard led this federal agency that Andrew Johnson vetoed funding for. What federal agency was established to provide necessities to newly emancipated African Americans? That's the Freedmen's Bureau. Question number 6. This measurement is often increased by measuring its hidden and long-term forms. What measurement shows how many people are seeking work but do not have a job? Ed Eastman, Northeast Bradford.
Unemployment.
Unemployment rate is correct. Question number 7. Fritz Zwicky was the first to hypothesize the existence of this substance, which was confirmed by Vera Rubin's studies of galactic rotation. 85% of the universe's mass is what kind of matter that light doesn't interact with? Lila Hughes, Northeast Bradford.
Dark matter.
Dark matter is correct. Question number 8, between Towanda and Northeast. This river, which flows in some parts between levees up to 10 meters above ground, is called the sorrow of its home country due to frequent floods. Name this second longest river in China. Braden Madison, Towanda.
Yellow.
Yellow River is correct. Question number 9, between Towanda and Northeast. Towanda in the lead. This county's highest point, located on its eastern border, is Mount Baldy, which can be seen from its San Gabriel Valley. Route 66's western terminus in Santa Monica is in what county, named after California's most populous city? Braden Madison, Towanda.
Los Angeles.
Los Angeles County. Question number 10. Jack rolls 2 standard 10-sided dice. What is the probability that the sum is less than 5? Tristan Osowski, Towanda.
50.
Is incorrect. We'll ask the question again for Northeast Bradford. Jack rolls 2 standard 10-sided dice. What is the probability that the sum is less than 5? Three out of 50, 3/50ths. That's 10 questions between Towanda and Northeast Bradford. At the end of 10 questions, Towanda is in the lead, 30-10. 20 questions left on Scholarship Challenge when we come back here at the Sayre Theatre stage.
For over a century, H. McDonald & Son has been crafting lasting tributes with care, skill, and respect. With over 110 years of experience, they guide families in creating meaningful memorials that honor the lives of loved ones. Visit their serene garden display and resource center to explore your options in a thoughtful, unhurried setting. From timeless designs to personalized craftsmanship, they're here to help you create a tribute as unique as the life it celebrates. Trust the legacy of experience. Trust H. McDonald & Son, 802 North Main Street, Athens. At Knowles Real Estate, they don't just sell properties, they build relationships. From the first handshake to the final signature, their team's dedicated to making your real estate journey smooth and personal. Whether you're stepping into your dream home or handing over the keys to a new chapter, they're here to guide you every step of the way. Call Knowles Real Estate at 570-888-0664 and let them turn your aspirations into your address. When life brings complex legal needs, Knowles Rosenblum Law Group is here to guide you. Their boutique law firm specializes in estate planning, helping families navigate the loss of a loved one, and managing seamless real estate transactions. Starting or transitioning a business? They've got you covered. Oil and gas matters? They're your trusted advisors. At Knowles Rosenblum, they listen, act, and stay involved every step of the way. Let them handle the details so you can focus on what matters most. Call Knowles Rosenblum Law Group today.
Visit Broad Street Barbershop in Waverly, where tradition blends seamlessly with modern styling. Their expert barbers are ready to deliver top-notch cuts and shaves. Whether it's a quick trim or a new look you're after, the professionals at Broad Street Barbershop welcome you without an appointment. Experience precision in every cut. At Broad Street Barbershop, they're all about you, your style, and image. Open Monday through Saturday and late till 7 on Tuesday and Thursday. Stop in today. Broad Street Barbershop, Waverly.
Scholarship Challenge.
Live from the Sayre Theatre in Sayre, Pennsylvania, Radigan Media proudly presents our signature community service event, the FCCB Scholarship Challenge, presented by Gannon Associates Insurance and Williams Toyota of Sayre. Here's your host, Dave Radigan.
Thanks for joining us for Scholarship Challenge, heard all throughout the Twin Tiers on all of our Radigan Media stations, from Owego and Binghamton, Waverly, Sayre, Wysox, Towanda, Corning, Elmira. Thank you for listening. And joining us around the world on our internet streams with our My Hometown Today app, also Facebook on the Scholarship Challenge page, with a live video feed there, and our Scholarship Challenge YouTube channel, where you can watch today's broadcast as well, either live right now or later on at any point after today's broadcast. Joining us here in the Sayre Theatre, one of our special guests happens to be our Pennsylvania State Representative, Tina Pickett, who returns to Scholarship Challenge for the second time this year. Good morning, Tina. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing well. It has struck me that one of the questions for Scholarship Challenge might be, how many stations are there in Radigan Media?
Nobody knows.
I'm not even sure you named them all before.
I'm not sure either. Thank you, though. I appreciate the nod to the success of our growth lately, which, of course, our growth really started with Chuck Carver back in late 2020 when he decided to retire, and the Radigan family took on Choice 102, and it's been very, very good to us since then and has opened doors for us otherwise. Appreciate that. And Tina, you've been to a few scholarship challenges before, right?
Oh, I've been to many. I try to make sure I make at least a couple of them every year. I think I've been able to manage that. And thank you for letting us know Chuck is here today.
Chuck is here, yes. I gave out an award earlier to Larry, who has actually attended more scholarship challenges than Chuck. It's a complicated thing, but yes, Chuck is... Okay, do we tell the story? Okay, here's the story. And I'm going to ask, because you spent a lot of years with Chuck, so you know him very well. So I'm going to ask you to backfill this story for me a little bit. But when Chuck Carver retired to Brethren Village down in Lidditz, Pennsylvania, about 3 hours south or so from where we are here in the valley, Brethren Village, a senior community, happened to be across the street from a funeral home. And so when Chuck and Michelle decided to do their pre-arrangements, he learned at the meeting from the funeral home director that one of the things that can be done with your remains is you can be turned into rocks, basically. And I've never heard of this before. He had never heard of this before. And it excited him in ways that are probably unknown to man. Chuck would get excited over interesting things, and this was one of those things that's very exciting. He was telling us back at the station, you don't know what color the rocks are going to be, or what's going to happen, or how many there will be, or what the shape, or any of that stuff. And we all thought, wow, that sounds pretty weird, Chuck. And unfortunately, shortly, just a few months after retiring, he did pass away, and all those things that I described came to fruition. And, well, there are Chuck Carver rocks that are in different places throughout this part of the world. One of them happens to be in our studio at Choice 102 at all times, except during Scholarship Challenge, when Chuck makes the trip from Keystone Ave over here to the Sayre Theatre and hangs out on his podium. This is his podium. This, by the way, this is his book, too.
Awesome.
Chuck Carver.
Awesome.
We've never changed it, and we continue to host Scholarship Challenge in the same way that we believe he would, in the same style. But at any rate, so that's how Chuck's here today. He's also still over on Desmond Street, which is where he lived for many years with the Carver family, and he may or may not be somewhere at Ohio State University.
That would be the other location. He would split his time with Scholarship Challenge and Ohio State football field. Yes.
Maybe or maybe not near the 50-yard line or in an end zone.
Maybe.
We don't know exactly. We can't say in public. Anyway, you go back a long time with Chuck. Tell us a little bit about your relationship with him and Scholarship Challenge and the community.
Well, one of the things that was interesting for me was Chuck followed politics very, very closely. He would sometimes call me in Harrisburg and say, this or this or this was talked about, went on today, what's your comment? And so I always had to be ready that Chuck's going to give me a quick question and I better have an answer.
He was always pretty direct. Yeah.
He was very much so, yes.
He liked asking questions, didn't he?
Sorry?
He liked asking questions, didn't he?
Oh, my, yes, he did.
Kind of had a
yes,
thing for
it.
it.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Tell us about state government. How are things going in the Commonwealth?
I think they're going well. We have a wonderful state, and it's a joy to be part of governing it and following through with what I think my constituents want me to be able to do for them in the position that I have. Pennsylvania right now is enjoying, I think, a fair amount of a good economy and some growth and some wonderful future we're looking at here. I'm just astounded when I see the students. And today it's so nice to have the Kwasnowskis here and to hear from them because it let these students know the true honor of being able to win that cup today.
It absolutely is, in any way, shape, or form, to be part of this show, part of this process, part of the legacy of Scholarship Challenge is an absolute honor. And you'll find yourself living in your communities or coming back to visit your communities later on, fondly remembering Scholarship Challenge and your time here and what it led to and what's become of your time since then. And
I'd love to have a reunion with all of the winners. Wouldn't that be marvelous?
Would be cool.
To be able to ask the question you asked Robert Kwasnowski, where'd you go? What did you do? It would be so much fun. I think I'm probably looking at a governor here today.
Probably.
First woman, second woman,
absolutely.
Some of the guys. I think
surgeons,
I am.
Yeah. I don't see any radio DJs. That's okay. But
I'd vote for you, Mr. Radigan.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule, and of course, this area is home for you. But Harrisburg is where one of your offices is located. The other one in Towanda, of course.
Absolutely.
But it's nice of you to make some time to come and join us here at Scholarship Challenge. And
my pleasure, and thank you.
Thank you. It's always fun to bear witness to the intelligence of these kids and their accomplishments, and just it reinvigorates us as a production staff to spend some time with these kids and keep doing what we do. So we thank you guys for that. All right, up on stage, we are, how many questions have we done? 10. Seems like maybe a while ago. We should do 10 more questions. How about that? Towanda Black Knights, Northeast Bradford Panthers. The score, 30-10, Towanda in the lead by just 2 questions right now. Here we go. Question number 11. In a novel set in this country, Sergeant Pluck creates an atomic theory of bicycles. The novel, The Third Policeman, is set in this country where a soliloquy ending with, "Yes, I said yes, I will, yes," is given by Molly Bloom? The novel Ulysses is set in what European country, the birthplace of Flann O'Brien and James Joyce? Ed Eastman, Northeast Bradford.
Ireland.
Ireland, yes.
James Joyce was the
On this St. Patrick's Day weekend. Question number 12. What sort of math problems involve multiple expressions and can be used to find the intersection point of two lines? Ed Eastman, Northeast.
System of equations.
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
A couple different answers we would have accepted there, so I had to pause for a second. Question number 13 between Towanda and Northeast Bradford. This president was elected by the House of Representatives in the corrupt bargain. Which sixth American? Ed Eastman, Northeast.
Adams.
Can you?
John Quincy Adams.
Yes, thank you. That is correct. Exactly what we were looking for. All right. Question 14. The Wolverine Watchmen were arrested for a 2020 plot to kidnap this state's governor, Gretchen Whitmer. What state is governed? Ryan Jones, Northeast Bradford.
Michigan.
Which state is governed from Lansing? Michigan is correct. Question 15 between Northeast Bradford and Towanda. Northeast Bradford in the lead, 50-30. The peace theory of these governments state that they are less likely to go to war with one another. The backsliding of these governments occurs when there is censorship. Autocracies are contrasted with what form of government in which people vote for their leaders? Tristan Osowski, Towanda.
Democracy.
Democracy is correct. Question 16. During this country's namesake Enlightenment, a theory of moral sentiments was published by a student of Francis Hutcheson. Name this home country of the author of The Wealth of Nations, Adam Smith. Kirsten Atwood, Towanda.
England.
That is incorrect. We'll repeat the question for Northeast Bradford. During this country's namesake Enlightenment, a theory of moral sentiments was published by a student of Francis Hutchinson. Name this home country of the author of The Wealth of Nations, Adam Smith. Scotland. Question 17 between Towanda and Northeast. Northeast in the lead, 50-30. The author of most of this book, who notes, quote, "I walk through the valley of the shadow of death." Ed Eastman, Northeast Bradford.
David.
Incorrect. We will repeat the question for Towanda. The author of this book, who notes, quote, "I walk through the valley of the shadow of death," was David. Which book's 23rd chapter opens, quote, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want"? Levi Snyder, Towanda Black Knights. Psalms is correct. Question number 18 between Towanda and Northeast Bradford, tied at 40 points each right now. Question number 18. This location is home to the Great Sphinx. Many Egyptian... Lila Hughes, Northeast Bradford.
Cairo.
Incorrect. We'll repeat the question for Towanda. This location is home to the Great Sphinx. Many Egyptian pyramids, including the Great Pyramid, are housed in what site southwest of Cairo? Tristan Osowski, Towanda.
Giza.
Correct. Question 19. This period was ended during the Compromise of 1877 by Rutherford B. Hayes. What period of Southern recovery? Tristan Osowski, Towanda Black Knights.
Reconstruction.
Reconstruction is correct. Question number 20 between Towanda and Northeast Bradford. This SI unit is used for electrical reactance, a material's opposition to an alternating current. A capital omega is used to denote what SI unit also used for impedance and resistance. Ed Eastman, Northeast Bradford.
ohms?
Correct. That's 20 questions between Towanda Black Knights and Northeast Bradford Panthers. Towanda in the lead, 60-40. One of the things we talk about here in Scholarship Challenge before we get on the air is a little bit of strategy. And you can buzz in early before I've finished reading the question if you think you know the answer. But the caution is always you haven't heard the rest of the question, so it might bite you. A couple times there in the last 10 questions, we saw that play out. But very brave and very well done. As we head into the next batch of 10 questions, it's round 3. What should be, possibly, maybe, if there are no tiebreakers, the last 10 questions of Scholarship Challenge for this year. And when we come back, those questions will be worth 20 points apiece, and that means that while Towanda is in the lead 60-40 over Northeast Bradford is only one question behind. 10 questions to go on year number 45 of Scholarship Challenge. We're live at the Sayre Theatre. Don't go anywhere.
Banks aren't always known for personalized service, but at C&N, we are. That's because from our very first location, we've thought of those who bank with us as more than just clients. They're our neighbors, locals like us looking for expert advice and sound financial solutions to help them succeed. And we're here to provide just that in all of our locations, personalized just for you. It's a better way to bank for you and us, and you'll find it at cnbankpa.com. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, I'm Dalton Williams, and I'd like to invite you to Williams Toyota of Sayre. We are proud to partner with our community with our continued focus on youth activities, healthcare initiatives, and helping those that need it most right here in the Valley. We offer a friendly, no-pressure atmosphere and make it easy to service your vehicle. You can comfortably wait in our newly renovated lounge with all the amenities to make you feel right at home. So visit us today in Sayre or online at williamstoyotaofsayre.com.
Life is full of surprises. When the unexpected happens, will you be ready? At Gannon Associates Insurance, we are here to help protect you through it all. Whether it's your home, car, business, or loved ones, we have the coverage you need to feel secure. With Gannon Associates Insurance, you're never alone. Our team of experts are here to help. Call us today at 844-GANNONS or visit GannonAssociates.com. Together, we're dedicated to protecting what's important to you, securing what matters most together.
Scholarship Challenge.
Live from the Sayre Theatre in Sayre, Pennsylvania, Radigan Media proudly presents our signature community service event, the FCCB Scholarship Challenge, presented by Gannon Associates Insurance and Williams Toyota of Sayre. Here's your host, Dave Radigan.
It's possible that was the last commercial break of Scholarship Challenge for this year, but we will see if we end up in tiebreaker territory. The whole rest of this book is all pretty much tiebreaker questions, so if we need to go all day, guys, we're ready to go all day. We got fresh popcorn coming, although there is a matinee we need to get clear out of here for at the Sayre Theatre. So, at any rate, it is 60-40, Towanda in the lead over Northeast Bradford. We have 20-point questions now as we move on to the third round between these two teams. Earlier in the day today, we heard Notre Dame and Towanda play one another, and Sayre and Northeast Bradford play one another. Notre Dame took fourth place here at Scholarship Challenge, and Sayre taking third. Coming up towards the end of this broadcast here, we will have presentations for both Notre Dame and Sayre, as well as Northeast Bradford and Towanda Black Knights, however this finishes. It's 10 questions. They're worth 20 points apiece for correct answers, 10 points off for incorrect answers. Towanda, are you ready? Northeast Bradford, are you ready? Audience, are you ready? Production team, are you ready? Sure. I love that enthusiasm. All right, here we go. Question number 21 between Towanda Black Knights and Northeast Bradford Panthers. Scores 60-40. Towanda's in the lead. This female character is told nothing will come from nothing and responds by saying, I cannot heave my heart into my mouth. This character marries the King of France after being disowned and banished by her father. Goneril and Regan are the sisters of what youngest daughter of King Lear? Cordelia. Question 22. Express the repeating decimal. This is a math question. Pencils and paper ready. Express the repeating decimal 0.727272 as a fraction in simplest terms? You get 5 seconds to ring in on Scholarship Challenge and 10 seconds to answer. Nobody rang in for that. The answer we're looking for is 8/11. Question 23 between Towanda and Northeast. In George Orwell's Animal Farm, what kind of animal is Boxer? Tristan Osowski, Towanda.
Horse.
Horse is correct. Towanda now in the lead 80-40 over Northeast Bradford. Question 24. In a book with this title, Niccolo Machiavelli downplays the importance of cavalry. Name this title of another book that contains the maxim, know your enemy. Advocates the use. Tristan Osowski, Towanda.
The Art of War.
Art of War is correct. Question number 25. In a song about the boy from this place, Kitty notes how he's cute in his mohair suit and he fills his pockets full of spending loot. Another song about this place mentions a rapper's stash spot at 560 State Street. What concrete jungle where dreams are made of? Lila Hughes, Northeast Bradford.
New York City.
New York City is correct. Question 26. This man determined that people are separated by 6 connections on average. Which psychologist ordered teachers to administer shocks to learners in a namesake obedience experiment? Stanley Milgram. Question 27 between Towanda and Northeast Bradford. Towanda in the lead by 2 questions. This president said, ambition must be made to counteract ambition in the Federalist Papers. The Virginia Plan was written by what father of the Constitution? Ed Eastman, Northeast Bradford.
James Madison.
James Madison is correct. Northeast Bradford trailing to Towanda by only 1 question now, 3 left. Here's question 28. What number is obtained when you subtract 1 million from the square of 1001? No takers on that question. 8,016. Question 29 between Towanda and Northeast. People with a severe form of this condition may undergo a procedure that cuts the corpus callosum. Tonic-clonic and absence events can result from quickly flashing bright lights. Braden Madison, Towanda.
Epilepsy?
Epilepsy is correct. Question number 30. Which popular radio program originally aired in 1938 caused widespread panic when it was presented as a fake news broadcast about Levi Snyder, Towanda?
War of the Worlds.
By Orson Welles. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you the first and second place teams of the 45th Annual Scholarship Challenge. Congratulations, Towanda. First place. Congratulations, Northeast Bradford. Second place. Sayre, third place. And Notre Dame, fourth place. 16 teams overall competing in Scholarship Challenge on this stage this year over the last 6 weeks, and 9 additional teams last week for Middle School Challenge. We have some presentations to make. Before we do that, I would like to welcome up to the wireless microphone the team advisors for these 2 teams. We'll start with whoever is closest to the microphone, if they're not already warming up the car. There we go. Our team advisors for the Northeast Panthers, Melissa Tewksbury. Where are you, Melissa? I'm going to start with you. Northeast Bradford has had quite a year up here on this stage at Scholarship Challenge. Tell me how this season has gone for you from the very beginning of practices till now.
Well, it's kind of a little bit of pressure when you're the champions the year before, when you come back for the next year. So they came in excited being champions, really decided, wow, we should probably split up some categories and start studying these things, and we're going to come back and we're going to try for it again, and here they are on the stage at the finals. So
here they are.
Great job, yeah.
Well, you've got a great team. How does it all work with practices? When do you guys do that? When do you start? How far in advance?
Yeah, so we start pretty early in the year, second month or so of school, and we're fortunate enough to be able to work it into our schedule where we have a time in the day that clubs can exist. So we get together once a week when they're able to get together and really just practice questions. They're just get comfortable with the buzzer and learn each other's strengths on the team to know when to hold off a little bit and to know when you're confident enough to buzz in. And they're a committed group of kids and their busy schedules, as you can hear of all these kids, to put aside some time to be able to do this activity. So it's great.
Absolutely. And now, are there other quiz leagues, quiz bowls that they participate in throughout the year?
Yeah, we went to one other and met up with some of these other teams before, so that was fun to practice in a little bit of a more low-key environment for them before the pressure of being live on YouTube and Facebook and the radio, and yeah.
It does add a little bit of pressure, I'll admit. But to their credit, I would say probably by the third question in, they completely forget about any of that.
Yeah.
And it just kind of, it gets a little dark and it's just us up here on stage. And these guys do just a wonderful job letting all that roll right off their back and getting right down to business here each and every single time. So it's very, very impressive. Great job to you, Melissa Tewksbury, as a team advisor for Northeast Bradford Panthers. A wonderful job with these students.
Thank you.
Now, speaking of defending champions, Northeast Bradford winning it last year, the team that won it, I'm pretty sure the 2 years in a row prior to that, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct.
Was the Towanda Black Knights. So these teams up on stage in this final two matches here, this final match of the day has been these same two teams in this position for the last 3 years. The advisor for Towanda Black Knights is Peter Henty, who joins us now at the microphone here in the front of the stage. Peter, tell us about your team.
Well, my team has become a club. They decided they like it so much that they want to do this all the time, and they call themselves the Knights of Knowledge Club.
The what?
The Knights of Knowledge Club.
Very
and you
good.
might have heard them introducing themselves, in fact, saying that they belong to that club. And it's very much student-directed club. They just enjoy doing trivia and questions and sharing knowledge and helping each other along the journey of learning at school. And I think the club is much more than 4 students up on the stage. We have many people involved, and they have their own events. And you were asking what we do with some of the prize money. Well, we use that to hold a luncheon for new recruits from the 8th grade that will be coming up into the high school. And we also have a holiday a Christmas party that we put on together for ourselves. And we have great spirits, and I think our students show everything that's great about Towanda and Black Knight Pride.
Absolutely. 2 very successful winning teams up here on stage. Lots of great talent here coming up through the Scholarship Challenge ranks. Peter Henty, congratulations to you and your leadership of your team, the Towanda Black Knights.
Thank you very much.
Ed Eastman, I'm going to pick on you for a second here. This is at least your second year in a row joining us for Scholarship Challenge, right?
Yep.
Tell us, how many times have you been part of Scholarship Challenge?
This is my 3rd year.
3rd year. And what year are you?
Junior.
You're a junior. So will we be seeing you back here again next year?
Yes.
I suspected so. How about you, Kaya Frazier?
This is my second year competing, but I've been in it since middle school.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So what year are you now?
I'm a senior.
Senior. All right. Yeah. And we're off and running after this one.
Yeah.
Out into the world. Lila Hughes, how about you?
This is my third year competing, and I'm a senior.
Oh, bittersweet. Bittersweet. And Ryan Jones, yourself?
This is my second year competing, and I believe I've been in the Scholarship Challenge Club for 3 years. And if I can just say a thank you to our awesome advisor, Mrs. Tewksbury.
And what year are you, Ryan? I'm a senior. He's a senior. And if we could leave 7 and 8 on for a second, Dean. Ryan and Lila, aren't you guys lab partners?
Yes, we are.
We did learn this previously. And you said you're what year?
Seniors.
Yep, senior. So we no longer need to worry about you blowing up the lab.
No.
Well, okay. So right now, while we're getting ready for the AP exam, we put labs on hold.
Yes.
So we were going to have to do
Smart.
like 4 or 5 labs back to back.
At
So
the end
come
of the
May,
year.
come May.
Yeah, all right. Well, the Northeast Bradford Fire Department in the neighborhood there is on standby for lab after school. Towanda Black Knights, our championship team here today, led by team captain Kirsten Atwood. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling all right. I'm getting over a bit of sickness, so I don't think I did my best, but I am very proud of my team. Very proud.
You have a wonderful team, and you're all very talented and bring a lot to the table here up on stage. Handling, as Michael Kwasnowski said earlier in the day, the pressure and the resilience and the response and knowing when to buzz in, when not to buzz in, and when to take the chance and when not to take the chance. All very important things, and you guys had just the right balance of that today to get yourselves to where you are now. So great job on that. How many times have you been here to Scholarship Challenge?
This is my second year competing.
And you are what year?
Senior.
Senior. Out into the great wide open after this. Well, best wishes to you on your future and all of that.
Thank you.
We expect you to come back and give us updates on how everything's going, and maybe help join us here at the judges table, or if you want to be a future host of the show, applications may be accepted. Tristan Osowski, how about you?
This is my second year competing.
And what year are you?
I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore. So we've got a couple years left with you here, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Well, Braden Matson, how about you?
This is my first year competing.
Okay. And what year?
Freshman.
Freshman. So we're going to see a bit of you for a while as well, I perhaps think here, right? Excellent. And Levi Snyder?
I'm a freshman, and this is also my first year competing.
Oh, man. All right. You guys seeing the trend here? What's going on with Towanda and Northeast? Some very talented teams up here. Also, congratulations to Dawn Petty, Caleb McNamara, Hudson Wheaton, alternates on the Towanda Black Knights team, and also alternates for the Northeast Bradford Panthers, Tucker Hughes, Jaden Fox, and Charles Eastman, all here today. Part of the team, all practicing together. Teamwork makes the dream work, my friends. David DeKay, are you in the room? Could you join us at the wireless mic down there for just a few words? David DeKay joins us from FCCB. And as you hear in our liners here on the station, this is the FCCB Scholarship Challenge for as long as I'm aware, and I'm not sure how much longer before that, but FCCB is our chief sponsor here of Scholarship Challenge, and it is a point of pride for us to have you guys as the sponsor. We thank you very much for that, David.
Yeah, we're excited to be part of this, and us being so community-driven, we're excited to see the young leaders of our community participate in this and do a heck of a job. It's just an amazing thing to sit in the audience and see what these kids are capable of is just mind-numbing. So, great job, everybody.
We may have some bankers up here on stage as well, Tina. It's possible. David, tell us just a little bit about FCCB.
So we are a community-driven bank in 3 different states, a lot of communities that many of the schools are a part of. So we'll take any of you at any time. So we do actually have a lot of partnerships with some of the schools as well. So Towanda, we do a lot of work, and we'll actually be there this week for a career day.
Perfect. Well, we appreciate FCCB's support of Scholarship Challenge. It does take a lot to put this program on. I was thinking through 16 teams, 4 apiece, 64 students plus alternates. I would bet you we probably had 80 students. That's just in high school plus middle school. I mean, we probably had 100 to 120 students competing in Scholarship Challenge over the last 6 weeks. So we appreciate the heavy lifting from FCCB in letting us do what we love to do here and in supporting all of these students and advisors and school districts and families and allowing these kids to strut their stuff a little bit here and show off their wisdom. So big, huge thanks to FCCB.
Thanks for letting us be here, guys. Appreciate it.
Also, a big thanks to Williams Toyota of Sayre and Gannon Associates Insurance, huge sponsors of Scholarship Challenge here as well, along with Guthrie Community Credit Union, IRFCU, Jeff Paul Plumbing and Heating, Knowles Rosenblum Law Group, Landy and Rossetti, H. McDonald and Son Monuments, Knowles Real Estate, Broad Street Barber Shop, T. Merritt Photography. Tiffany's here somewhere taking all of our photos, official photos of Scholarship Challenge. And a big thanks to Sam's Grill as well for feeding us at Scholarship Challenge Middle School Edition last week. Huge, huge thank you to Jessica Saviano and her crew and my fellow board members at the Bradford County Regional Arts Council for allowing Scholarship Challenge to take up residency here in the Sayre Theatre for these last actually 7 weeks. We kind of take the place over, getting set up and ready to go. And the biggest thank you goes to my production team for devoting their weekends. That includes our judges here for being a part of it. Susan Surface, Barb Carl, Dave Post, Melissa Post, thank you guys. Matt and Dean and Larry. Larry's already left. And Pat and Sherry and the whole crew for putting this all together. It's a big, big undertaking. $2,000 goes to the Towanda Black Knights, $1,000 to Northeast Bradford Panthers, $500 to Sayre, and $500 to Notre Dame. We'll do photos and awards of the plaques and the cups as we conclude the radio broadcast, although since those are visuals and this is radio, we will end our radio broadcast on this note. A heartfelt thank you to our staff at Radigan Media who have spent all those hours making this happen, our audience for joining us here, our sponsors for supporting it, and of course these kids for sharing their talents with us here on the 45th year of Scholarship Challenge. Until next year, I'm Dave Radigan. Have a great rest of your Saturday. Thanks for listening to Scholarship Challenge.
Scholarship Challenge is a production of the Radigan Media Group in cooperation with area school districts of the Twin Tiers. Engineers for today's broadcast are Dean Luchaco, Kevin Luchaco, Larry Brown, Matt Lewis, and Pat McDonald. Station manager, Sherry Iyer. Sponsorships by Jim Lister, Cody White, Audra Marks, and Don Murphy. The creator of Scholarship Challenge is Chuck Carver. Station owner, Dave Radigan. Special thanks to the Bradford County Regional Arts Council for hosting us at the beautiful Sayre Theatre. On behalf of our students, advisors, school administrators, FCCB, Gannon Associates Insurance, Williams Toyota of Sayre, additional sponsors, and station staff, thank you for listening to Scholarship Challenge on the Radigan Media Group family of locally owned radio stations. WATS Sayre, WAVR-FM Waverly, WEBO Owego, WTTC-FM Towanda, WTXW Towanda, WOKN-FM Southport, WLVY Elmira Heights Horseheads,